Dear Mr. Chairman, members of the NATO Parliamentary Assembly, dear friends, I'm so sorry that I'm not able to be here with you physically, but I know that you are with us on a daily basis. The decision of the NATO esteemed Parliamentary Assembly to bestow the annual Women, Peace and Security Award is a big, big honor for me and those women who represent Ukraine. I accept this award on behalf of every Ukrainian woman who are making every impossible effort to protect their country, their families, their lives, and everything we believe from Russian invaders. Help those who need to bring victory closer. From the moment of Russian illegal and unprovoked aggression against Ukraine on February 24th, women and men stood alongside on the lines of fire, performed the military duties in the ranks of the armed forces, served in the territorial defense, and done everything possible 24/7 to keep us united and strong. This is about Ukrainian women who knock down Russian tanks, who rescue wounded soldiers and civilians, who look at the enemy through the sniper sight. Today, 22% of the armed forces are women's. This is one of the largest indicators among European countries, and they fight, they die, they win, and Ukraine, like other NATO and EU members, is committed to shared values for what we stand for. Women's full, equal, and meaningful participation in all aspects of peace, security is an essential cornerstone of those values that Russia war brought devastating human suffering against to my soil. Millions of Ukrainian civilians are temporarily occupied territories. They live in a war zone, forcibly deported to the Russian Federation. Today, in the 21st century, we're talking about limited opportunities to meet basic rights and needs. The right to live safely for millions of women, men, elderly, and children all across Ukraine. Unconditional victory of Ukraine is the only possible way to save the safe, secure, free, and prospering world we have been building and cherishing for decades. So it's not a matter of a price we all are paying. It's a matter of survival. We will withstand as long as we can, but we need to win together. So transatlantic unity should be transformed into concrete actions to deter Russia, to bring this war to the end, to develop the security guarantees for Ukraine and eventually restore peace and security in all Europe. Today, your Atlantic community reaches the historic moment, so we have no time for hesitation or indecisiveness. We are surviving, all of us, but we need to win. Dear colleagues, today Ukraine ensures the peace and security on the eastern flank of the alliance, thus contributing to one of the NATO's core tasks, collective defense. We have an unprecedented high level of support from the citizens of Ukraine regarding our NATO Euro-Atlantic aspirations, which is also the evidence of the country's deep understanding of the role of the collective security in Europe and most effective security organization of our time, the one protecting peace. The war Russia has started is the war against entire civilized world, bringing nuclear threat back to the agenda, creating the most critical security situation in the world since the Second World War, and requiring extraordinary decisions from both Ukraine and democratic world. And I'm speaking about Ukraine's future. Dear colleagues, we've heard a lot that NATO does not want to be engaged in a conflict, that there's no room for reaching a consensus about any perspective which comes to Ukraine's membership aspirations, that Ukraine does not comply to some of the criteria for membership, that we do not need any perspective by ourselves, that all is very well known myth of Russian propaganda, which has been enshrined and cherished for decades by Russian Federation since 2008, since 2007, and many years after. It has brought to very little progress, but it has deepened these messages in the domestic agenda. But these days, time is running quickly in Ukraine. You witness drastic changes in the front line and also profound developments in the world while the NATO summit is approaching. I don't think the Ukrainian people will tolerate come and fine diplomatic words about supporting my country, although we all cherish every element of your support. The alliance is expected to show courage and bravery as we do now. We expect to be part of the decisions to be taken less than in a half year. We all need victory, and the Ukrainian people will do whatever it takes to win, to save everything we've been building for decades together. I'm sure that Ukraine's aspirations will be a victory over Russian propaganda, a confirmation that there's no fear and no power over democracies, and nothing could undermine the world we've been building together, the world of prosperity, the world of liberty, and the world of democratic development. Hope we will have a continuous and very substantial dialogue on this issue and expectations and the decisions which should be taken further. You have all our courage, you have all our strengths, you have all our belief and commitment. We have never been letting you down. We will not do it anytime further. We will win together with you. Thank you, and Slava Ukraine.